It all started just a few years ago with this. Welcome to Bonehead Guitars. Let's go build some junk. Well, not exactly this. It all started making Pinewood Derby cars for my son's Cub Scout troop. It turned out to be immensely cathartic for me working in the shop, which at the time I desperately needed. Anyway, our car building endeavors culminated in this little beauty that won the Lowe's Dremel photo competition that year. But I couldn't build cars forever. So, long story short, I stumbled onto the fact that a lone goober in his garage can actually build guitars. So that's what I did. It was rough in the beginning. And honestly, 90% of the things I learned outside of experience were from YouTube. Watching channels like Fletcher Handcrafted and Ben Crow. They were beyond inspirational, educational, and entertaining. At times they were downright awe-inspiring. I still watch Ben Crow's 24-hour build from time to time just for fun. So I've now built a little more than 20 guitars, and I've chronicled several on this channel. I'm an amateur, for sure, and I may never consider myself anything other than that. As such, the aim of this channel has always been to show my experiences, highlight the mistakes, and work through the problems. I've never liked seeing somebody say, "This was my first attempt and it turned out great." I call BS. I've wanted to do this build for a long time, inspired by my humble beginnings. I'd finally started it and I got a little sidetracked with life for a while. And then the Great Guitar Build-Off of 2020 popped up on my feed a few weeks late, which I've taken as a sign that it's time to get back to work. A huge thank you to Ben and the folks at Crimson and Texas Toast for creating this opportunity for all of us to get to know the community better. Like I said, YouTube has been such a huge source of information and inspiration for me, and I hope that my meager contributions are of value to somebody out there. I honestly don't have a competitive bone in my body. I love to build, and I love to watch other people create. I really feel like every day that you're not creating something is just a wasted day. Now, like I said, this build is already in progress. I'd already started it. I shot video, so I hope nobody takes offense to that fact. I just found out about the contest, and it's been going for a month or so. I realize not necessarily for the amateurs. And a lot of the amateurs, I've only seen a few. I suspect there are going to be a lot. But anyway, this build is already in progress. I hope nobody takes offense to that fact, but I know a lot of people are using kits, so I don't really feel like this is cheating. Not that I'm implying that a kit is cheating, just, a head start. Like I said, I've always wanted to make an Ice Cream Samich guitar. But a rectangle isn't the ideal shape for a guitar, and it's not very conducive for high neck access. But it is what it is. I still want to do this, so we'll find some way to make it work. I haven't really decided on hardware just yet. I originally was thinking about a Tune-o-matic, but because of some of the technical difficulties with this build and the materials, I'm thinking deeper anchors may be a wise idea for this one. So I'm kind of leaning toward Strat type hardtail type little simple bridge. And I'm thinking one humbucker, maybe. I don't want to take too much away from the body itself. I don't want hardware to cover too much real estate. So, but anyway, a lot of those details have not been decided yet. I don't have hardware yet. I've started a neck blank, just barely started the fretboard, and I made a sandwich. So, anyway, without further ado, let's go look at my plans, see what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Like I said, my initial plans were with a Tune-o-matic. That is probably not what's gonna happen. I have always liked the body break angle. It makes a more aesthetically pleasing and cool looking piece of art. So I'm not a super fan of a flat platform, but I think that's what we got to work with this time. However, when I changed my mind on that, I hadn't been looking at the drawing and where the bridge was probably going to land. So if we do a little blocky thing there's going to be a whole lot of sandwich hanging off the end. I don't know yet. There's a lot of question marks. However, like I said, I started a very rough neck blank. I just cut and slotted a piece of curly maple for a fretboard, and like I said, I made a sandwich. My thought is the bite taken out of it will be, effectively make a cutaway so you can reach the 24th fret. The decisions I have made are I'm planning on a 25-inch scale, 24 fret. I haven't built a 25-inch scale yet. I've done a handful of multi-scales, and I think those were 25 at the high end. I can't remember for sure off the top of my head. But anyway, because I hadn't done a 25-inch scale, I think I want to do that. I think it'd be fun. So anyway, we got a sandwich, and we got a neck blank, which honestly is more than a kit's got. So, less than a kit's got, because this thing is going to present some issues. Anyway, stick around. I hope you really enjoy this, because it's gonna be fun. I lied about I do have a truss rod. The only hardware I got, I do have a truss rod. Stu Mac spoke nut truss rod. I love these, and I think you're gonna like what I do with them. I hope. We'll see. Stick around. This is officially my entry into the Great Guitar Build-Off of 2020 Unofficial. This is going to be fun. Like, subscribe.